Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about how you can create an Obsidian plugin. Very quickly, I write a step-by-step guide, which is a oversimplified guide to teach you how to do that. And then you will find that creating an Obsidian plugin is actually not as difficult as you think. But before that, I really want to shout out to my website. Recently, I've been adding some new feature to my website, and it is really cool. I really want different people to check it out. For example, you can see that there's a concentration mode button here. Yeah, when you click on this button, it will hide the menu and the graphs, which is really cool. This only exists. This button only exists on desktop. So yeah, and then also add lightbox feature to the images. You can see that when I click on the image, there's a beautiful lightbox. I really like this lightbox. And for the mermaid diagrams, now you can zoom. You can zoom in and zoom out. So you can slide as well. So it really helps when reading on mobile. Yeah, if you like my blog, please consider buying me a coffee. I would really appreciate that. That will support me a lot. And yeah, let's dive into how to create Obsidian plugin. I already write a step-by-step guide here. It is called the Obsidian Plugin 101, and I will put it on my website as well. It is an oversimplified guide, but accompanied with this video, you will have a better understanding on how to create Obsidian plugin. First, you need to create a new repository in your account. I already do that. You want to change the repository name as well, but since I'm creating a template as well, so I will not. I will leave it the same. I will leave all these things the same. You want to clone it in your local environment as well. So I will go to my development path, and then cd.obsidian plugins. Click clone it. You will want to change the Obsidian the plugin directory name as well, but I will leave it the same. So I tell you what to change here. Make sure you change them before releasing your plugin. I cd into my plugin, open it. You will see a list of files here, and then you can see that there's some TypeScript error because you haven't run npm install. But since I am a fan of Bun, I will use Bun instead. You need to follow this guide if you use Bun. Since I already I think I will quickly do that. Bun add, and then I also add this file here. Bun these lines here, and also change the. Actually, I have ts config.json, which is what I usually use. Right. So Bun is ready to go now. You can check if it is working by running bun dev. It is working, then it should be fine. Now I want to move the files to source folder. The reason doing that is because most of the time your directory, your plugin will be more than one files. You want to organize it better, and then I need to change it in the ES-build config as well. I change it in the ES-build config as well. Okay, what's the next step? Okay, install the extension types. It is because the Obsidian API, TypeScript API, it is not complete, and that's why we want an extension types. I will copy it from here. Typings. And then I will add this Obsidian extend.p.ts. It is working. Now, if you use this .app.plugins, and then you can see a bunch of options here. Normally, they don't exist in the Obsidian TypeScript API, the official one, but actually, the object does have these properties and functions. So, for example, you click into this, you can see that it goes to Obsidian extension.d.ts. So it's working now. So what's next? Install Husky. Right, Husky is very good because it makes sure that when you run when you push or commit, like it will have some Git hooks to help you do some checking. Let's say type checkings before you push it to the GitHub repository, and then when you want to run the workflow, it crash. Yeah, so it helps you prevent that. I will run one install. I'm not sure. I think I have to run this. Right, so I install it as the development dependencies. Now I can use Husky now. I will run this script. It could help me create a Husky directory, and then I will add a hook. I will add the pre-push hook instead because commit is not that useful here. Right. So now you can see that there's a pre-push hook here. Right. It runs npm test, but I'm going to change it to the ts type check. So that every time I push, it will type check it before pushing it. If the type check fail, it will not push. And yeah. So let's see. That makes a commit here first. It should be fine, but when I push, it will help me type check the whole repository to make sure the type is working. Does that work? Does that work? I think like an easy way to check that is to let's say there's a TypeScript error, and then I git commit this, and then I push it, it will fail. It should fail. See, now it is it's failing, so it's working now. The Husky hook. I make sure that this is robust. I restore the code first. Oops, I should reset the commit just now. Right. So now we can continue. Okay, test it locally. How do you test it locally is that you have your development valves, right? Go to your settings. Now I should be able to see a sample plugin here. Below. Yeah, I should see a sample plugin here. This is my sample plugin. You enable it, and then you can test it. Let me see. What is the what is the sample plugin is doing inside. It add a ribbon on the left. So there's a ribbon, a sample plugin. There's a notice when I click. This is because when I click on the ribbon, you can see that there's a new notice. It create new notice here. You need to learn how to use the plugin API on the developer doc. For example, like Obsidian has a very comprehensive guide on how to create different effect. Right. So make sure you learn that as well if you want to dive deep. So now you test it locally, make sure it works, and you're ready to release your GitHub release your plugin. So to release that, actually Obsidian also has a guide releasing here. They teach you how to use the GitHub action. I will copy this. And then there's a .github/workflows, and then I will create release.yml. Release.yml. Make sure it's the same. Release.yml, and then here it is using bun. It is using npm, but I want to use bun. I will quickly check what is the current GitHub release file I'm using. Yeah, you can see that I am not using the npm workflow because I want to use bun install and bun run build. Everything else is the same. I think it's just these two steps is different, right? Okay. So now it works. Now it has something now, and then to change the version number. Before you release, you want to change the version number, right? So you change the version number in the package.json, and then you run bum version. It will bump the version in the manifest. In the manifest, now you can see that is 1.1 now, and then in the version.json, it will add 1.1, and this is the Obsidian support version. It means like you can check out the Obsidian docs. I will tell you what this means. It means that like if for plugin 1.0.1, the minimum version is something is 0.15.0. Right. So now it works and you're ready to go. But since I'm creating a plugin, so I will not change the version number. Oops, why is it the case? Oh, I should change the package.json. Now it works. Right, it's 1.0.0. And let's see. Everything is working. Update template. GitHub workflow. And what else? Nothing. Alright. Now to create a release, you want to tag your branch as well. So just now I commit that, and I want to tag it for 1.0.0, and then use this command. I want to push it to the 1.0.0 branch as well. So you can see that there's a tag here, and then it's trigger the Obsidian plugin to run. The GitHub workflow to run, right? So after a while, after the GitHub action is done, oh, right, you need to enable the actions permission, the workflow permissions, and then you need to rerun it. Rerun the job. If it is done, you will see a release here. Right, now it's ready to go. You can see that if your workflow is done properly, you should see these 3 files. Now this is an open source plugin, so that's why you can see all the source code. And this is the files after building the project. But if for the end users, they only need these 3 files to run. So the plugin doesn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be open source, right? Okay, so how to test it? To test it in your own raft. Normally you want to release it on the Obsidian marketplace, but there's another way to do it as well. In the community plugins, you can install a plugin called BRAT. So it is help you install. It's a plugin that help you install a beta version of a plugin before it goes to the Obsidian marketplace. So I already install and enable it. I come here, and then I add beta plugins. And then I copy this repository URL, add plugins, and you can see that it is added, it is registered. I can see it here. There's a Obsidian sample plugins, and then I will see it in the community plugins. There should be a sample plugin here, right? You can see that on the ribbon. It is working. So when I click it, it should have noticed. So now it is working. It makes you notice that this is the beta version. It is not the official version. So it is not. It hasn't appeared on the Obsidian marketplace yet. It just help you let other users test it. To properly release it, you need to check the developer docs, and then it teach you how to create your release. We already go through these steps. Change your plugins. Change the community plugin.json. Click this link, and then scroll to the bottom. I will scroll to the bottom. Scroll to the bottom. I will add this link here. I will add my plugin here. It's a plugin here, and then change all these things, and then commit. After you commit, you create a pull request, and then click this community plugin. Go to the preview and then click this community plugin. It will change to another pull request template, and then you click this. Now I'm submitting a new community plugin, and then put your link here. Put your link. Where's that? Put your repository link here, and then check all these things. Not necessarily all, but some. You need to check most of them, and then the Obsidian staff, they will go to quick review your repos, and then see if it is valid, if it's okay. If it is okay, your plugin will be on the Obsidian marketplace. So you just need to wait for the approval. I will enrich this document, and then also include the YouTube video links, include the GitHub repository links in these documents, so that you will you can follow it more easily. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also start this GitHub repository as well. Thank you.